What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome back to Perry's Politics Today. I hope everybody's ready for a nice weekend because, shit, the man we love to hate is in office starting Monday on Martin Luther King Day. Ain't that some shit? But we're going to get through it, people. We're going to get through it. And first, before we get into the show, I want to just give a little update on the LA wildfires. I guess it's up to 27 people that's gone. 12,000 structures been damaged, and it's don't chart a lot of land in LA. So prayers still go out to people like all the victims and people that's hurt by this fire in LA. And we're gonna catch up with some of this news because since we last talked, it's been sort of a lot going on, from TikTok to Elon Musk rocket explosion that he attempted yesterday. He went out with the rocket, sent it off, and the thing went, I want to say 7 to 9 minutes in, it blew up. And then he came in because he can't handle being wrong or looked at as a shitty person. But your rocket just blew up 7 to 9 minutes, gone. And Crocket and all the other places, they could see the damage, like the stuff falling from the sky. I'm going to show you a little small clip. Sherelle, you got anything to say before I show this little clip of this explosion?
No.
It's not even long, people, but it is. Elon is a mess.
Harry, get a picture. Wait, get a picture. Ready?
Good, it's about to fall on top of us.
See it. Guys, oh my gosh. What is this? Are we going to fucking die? Look up at me, Melissa. Right there. Right there.
Rocket just blew the hell up. And then he takes to the social media and act like there's no thing. I hope y'all was entertained, is what he said. And this is what we got.
That's crazy. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Oh my god. Oh my
It's
god.
falling from the sky.
That is 100% something burning up the atmosphere.
That's
Space
wild, man.
junk or something.
So I just want to give you a little view of what happened just in case you missed it. But people, we got arguments on the Congress floor. We got some crazy people out there. Well, look, Sherelle, you don't even know. Like, most people stand away from Trump for his inauguration and like an event that he's going to have. Let me show you who's going to be performing. It's just quite, I was hoping it wasn't true. You see any faces that you recognize, Sherelle?
I see Kid Rock. Is that Nelly?
Nelly, yeah.
Snoop Dogg?
Come on, man.
Snoop Dogg, you just called the man racist a couple weeks ago. Remember that?
Yeah. So, no, for me, it's like, some people will say, hey, you know what? We'll do it for any president. But not this guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has laid hands on women in all kind of ways. Convicted felon. He's not just a regular guy going into office. I'm sort of let down, to be honest with you. If this is true, Snoop Dogg and Nelly, man, I'm sort of
Snoop is really hard to believe because he was saying right before the election, he's racist. Don't put a racist into the office.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he won, because 50 Cent was saying the same thing, they had to change up their tune because 50 Cent wanted to get some kind of cutback for opening a studio in Shreveport.
Oh, like a tax break or something?
Yeah. So maybe he's doing it for tax reasons.
Well, I look, every man got to do what they got to do. Every man got to go up to the voting box. You vote how you vote, I guess. But I'm disappointed. I mean, damn.
I mean, but usually they make a lot of business moves.
Right,
You
I
know,
get it. I
yeah,
mean,
you know,
a lot of minorities can say they voted for him,
yeah.
the convicted felon, because it would benefit them in some kind of way. I'm just saying, where are your morals to a certain degree? I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. But on a positive note, because that to me is a little disappointing. We got
It's definitely gonna hurt their career. I remember when Steve Harvey went to go visit Trump, that
Mhm.
affected his career. Michelle Crissette Michelle, that affected her career. So, I
yeah,
would be careful.
if Nelly career or Snoop career wasn't over, pretty much I don't see this helping a lot. But on a positive note, President Biden pardons nearly 2,500 nonviolent drug offenders. That's what he did today, right? Which he should. I mean, because you got people that get judged on different things, people. And being a minority, we're gonna get judged on things. Somebody else have the cocoa, you had the crack, a little bit. They got a lot of the cocoa. You get sentenced more than they did. So basically, that's what the people that he's pardoning, people who's been getting a lot of years for a little or something, to other people. I mean, because they didn't judge it the same. Because typically, you was richer, had more money if you had the cocoa. So I'm glad he did that. But people on the Congress floor, the ladies went at it. Everybody know Jasminecrocket. I mean, she's a congressman from Texas, Democrat. She had it out with this one young lady, Nancy Mace. She's a Republican on the floor. Let's take a look at that. It was sort of crazy. Where in this whole thing, they're sitting there talking about transgenders and stuff, and she said, "Enough is enough. Stop gaslighting it." That was Jasmine basically talking to Nancy. Nancy feel entitled now since Donald Trump is in office. They got the Senate, they got the Congress, and these people starting to think they can talk to people any kind of damn way, any kind of way. And she gonna talk this shit, and she know damn well she ain't about that life, and she wouldn't have did it. But she just feel like she had the opportunity to come at Jasmine like this. I thought it was messed up.
Rights to protect all people, especially trans Americans who are under attack right now. I would like to yield the rest of my time to the gentle lady who is carrying the amendment.
I don't even know how we got there, because I tried to make it clear how many civil rights, it doesn't just boil down to one conversation, but I can see that somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, 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 so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or
Do
not
not call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I am 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
will.
am reclaiming my
Let's go.
time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
Chairman, I am
not a
reclaiming
child.
my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr.
we
Chairman,
can.
the committee is not
Okay.
in order.
Order.
Point of order. Point of order.
Order. Chair recognizes Ms. Crockett.
No, point of order, Mr. Chairman.
State your point.
Is it allowed in the rules for a member to incite violence against another member? I mean, she said she wants to take it outside with.
Hey, I have the
Crockett.
First Amendment right too,
And
young
so
man. I have the
I'd like
First
those
Amendment
words
right.
to be
I'm not
taken
gonna be a
down.
child.
I
I'm
am
not gonna
moving
be
to have
called a
those
child
words
by
taken
any
down.
of you.
I believe it's against the rules to
Going
incite
outside doesn't
violence
incite
against
violence.
another
You have a
member of
conversation
Congress.
that isn't.
The committee will
interrupting this
suspend.
committee.
The member will state the words he wishes taken down.
Where she said that we can take it outside, which is direct violation against the rules, inciting violence against another member.
What rule? What rule? Cite the rule.
How does that incite violence?
Mr. Chairman, there are, if I might point out, Mr. Chairman, there are decorum rules in the House of Representatives.
The chair is going to make a rule. What the gentlelady said was, we can take this outside if you want. And
Okay, so
that could mean you could go outside and have a cup of coffee or perhaps a beer or, I mean, we have
seriously,
lots of conversations outside. So I'm going to rule that that it was, just
that it's okay.
that it's okay.
All right, and then point of inquiry.
And remember, this is a slippery slope you're going down because we have.
Oh, you're going
disagreements in
down the
this committee,
slippery
as
slope.
you know.
So just to be clear, in this committee, we can ask, we can threaten violence on someone as long as excuse me.
I did not threaten violence. I threatened no
Excuse me.
violence.
There was
I
no
threatened
violence.
no
There
violence.
was no violence.
As long
no
as
violence.
at the
Don't
end.
create a
I
false
threatened
had a
no
question.
violence.
That was
None.
another
You're
person.
making shit up as
It's
you
good
go
to know.
along. You
Good
might
to
want
know.
to figure this one out.
Order.
We need civil rights to protect all people, especially.
Embarrassment.
See, it's the cockiness of it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Jasmine would have said that,
Mm-hmm.
she would have been in violation. But take it outside could mean anything. Comer, whatever his punk ass name is, right? That could mean anything. We could go out to lunch. You could have a cup of coffee. That's some bullshit. And he's just pissed off because they feel like they can talk to these minorities any kind of fucking way. That's where we at. And he ain't nothing but a kiss ass, talk tough because he's dealing with a black woman. He can't stand up to Trump. None of them can. And that's what I think I don't figure it out. At this point, they just using this system, this whole thing, like as far as he going at Jasmine like that. If that was a man,
Yeah.
I don't think he would have been as tough, but they just think because they got the majority, Trump's in office, now the Proud Boys is back. Trump probably gonna pardon all the January 6 people probably sometime next week. But I hope y'all can see the things we're gonna be dealing with for the next 4 years. These people feel like they're entitled, they got America back again, and they can treat people any kind of fucking way they want to. They're gonna talk about the minorities, they're gonna talk about transgenders and everything, and feel like they can do it with no consequences. That's why I sort of think we at with that. Sherelle, you got anything to say on that?
Yeah, she was really showing off. So Nancy's trying to make her a name for herself in the Senate by being Billy Badass. I've heard people on the Senate floor say shout out. I've heard people on the Senate floor say that's cap. And here we are on the Senate floor and you're talking about cap. That's a slang language. She knows what she's doing and she knows that that was a clear threat.
Mhm.
But, she's going to try to be big and bad. And, I can't stand cowards like that. So if I see you one-on-one, and she would never talk to Jasmine like that one-on-one, but she's safe behind a Senate wall with all of the representatives there. Now she wants to be the tough guy. I can't stand a coward. She never talked like that a day in her life on her own. But now she thinks she's got backing. She's a clown and she's an embarrassment. Because what she's going to end up doing is playing the tough guy one too many times, and it's going to backfire on her. And she's going to get a reputation that she can't get rid of. Remember, Rudy Giuliani used to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, right now, she's just a joke.
Yeah. And she really is like, this is what pissed me off. If you about that life, be about that life.
Mhm.
But I just feel like if she was anywhere out in town, ran across Jasmine, the shit wouldn't have went down like that.
Never.
But this Nancy chick, she knew she was at a Klan rally. And she could do anything she fucking wanted to do at that moment. That's why she stuck up and wanted to be some kind of superstar going after the Jasmine.
Mhm.
That's the shit we're going to deal with. That's the shit we dealt with the Proud Boys and all that shit in his first term. But go ahead.
I call it Emmett Till courage. Because remember the lady that lied on Emmett Till and got the guys all worked up? She's like that. She has Emmett Till courage.
There you go.
She thinks she can say anything and they'll protect her and do anything, but you're still a spineless, moralless not nice person. I was about to go off, but they're going to be acting like that. We're going to be dealing with that for the next 4 years, possibly beyond, because I think he's not going out without a fight.
No. And that's why I'm wondering too, like, with this whole thing, we all grew up, been here years and years, but I wonder if America has changed for good, like really like on a different course now, because a lot of things is happening and people's eyes are starting to open up about certain things. You know what I mean? Like, we grow up a certain way, thinking communist countries was like this and all this, but it's all information that was fed to us. With all this social media going around, and you got Zuckerberg, you got Elon, running these major platforms, pumping this information out there. I sort of wonder, are we at that tipping point in our country? You know what I'm saying, Sherelle?
What kind of tipping point where we had enough?
Right. Yeah. I think we starting to get to that point where people starting to see and start to, feel like I had enough, because they've used racism to divide us for years. Now, it's a straight up racist people, but they use the racist people to come at us to keep that divide. But now I'm starting to see, by looking at his cabinet and everything, it's about the rich and poor. If you ain't in the billionaire boy club, then you're nobody. But they'll still come down, feed this social media, all these platforms, put the shit out to keep us divided so we don't unite. Remember, Pops was talking about this the other day. And I'm wondering, are we getting to this point that people starting to see and we're going to rebel against it? Like all of us, even the racist folks, because they're going to suffer just as much as we are. Do you think we're at that point, or racism is just that strong that it's just going to go forever and we are never united? What you think?
Well, I think you're heading towards your next topic, which is we didn't know we were being fed propaganda. America has been fed propaganda for the longest. You can see it in other countries, like, they feed them propaganda. They do us the same way, but we don't know it's propaganda. I mean, they made the big mistake by going after TikTok. Now we know it's propaganda, but you don't know what you don't know. But now that we're starting to know, you're saying, will we push back on the propaganda that was fed to us? Without a reasonable doubt, yes, we will. People are tired of being lied to, period.
Because I think we had a conversation on your show right before we came on here. And you saying, we was talking about the Wendy Williams thing, and you saying, well, who can we trust? As a black male in the United States, I always knew it was racism. I knew this, and you couldn't believe everything. But damn, what can we actually trust? Because I'm sure the racist people feel like they're trusting somewhat that what the people telling them is correct, but they plan us all. The racist people getting played. I feel like we're getting played.
We're definitely getting played.
And what sort of opened my eye up to this a little bit more and more is this TikTok situation. I know it just seems sort of like, what, TikTok open your eyes up? Yeah, I mean, I'm just watching how they move. They'll say it's a national security risk by having them. But a lot of people, like I said in my other video, a lot of congressmen, senators, presidents got an accounts on TikTok. If it was such a national security, why haven't they changed it? Why haven't they changed it? So I'm just watching some of these little clips on YouTube, and basically, why is Congress really banning TikTok? The question would be, why are they really banning it? And this guy get into some reasons why they could be. And Sherelle, you got anything to say before I get into this clip? Or
No.
You good? Yeah, so this guy just basically goes over reasons why Congress is really banning TikTok. And by the way, it's banned and it's supposed to go down, I think, on Sunday, the 19th. Nobody knows if it's just going to go blank. You can't hit the app. We don't know. A lot of people switching over to something called, is it Red Note or Red Book, Sherelle?
Red Note.
Oh, Red Note. And then this other site too is Lemon 8. But they basically saying that it caused the same risk. If TikTok caused that risk, these other companies, these other platforms cause the same risk, right? So let's get into this video.
Know by now, the Extend TikTok Deadline Act was just shot down in Congress. And a lot of you guys don't know, but I have a finance degree, and I have never made a political video on this app. But after what I just saw Congress do, I'm gonna make one. Because this has nothing to do with the American people. It's about making them a ton of money. And as you guys know, TikTok is in direct competition with Meta, which used to be Facebook. And the thing about Meta is it's a publicly traded company. And you know who has a lot of money in Meta? Yeah, our Congress. Like Mr. Josh G right here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name because frankly, you wouldn't even care to learn mine. You have a lot of money in Meta, so let's see how you voted. Oh yeah, you voted to pass the ban. What about my good friend Michael McCall over here? You betcha. How about our old pal Jared right here, who actually very recently purchased a ton of Meta stock, very coincidentally right before the TikTok ban. Would you look at that? He voted to ban it too. And the thing is, this isn't a left or right issue. Leaders in Congress from all 50 states just decided to ban this app, which pays for the livelihood of millions of people for our safety, while also cashing in with Meta. And that's only one part of why this whole ban is stupid. Another part is, you put a bill to ban TikTok inside of a humanitarian aid bill so it could rush through Congress. It was never debated on the floor. The Senate never had to hear any witness about it. In fact, you didn't ask any of the people from the United States of America, from your home states that you somehow represent, how it would affect their livelihood. Markey didn't come up and say, we have to reverse it. All he asked was for 270 extra days for the creators to find a job, to find another plan, to find a different way to put food on the table, to provide. In the video, he brings up all of the LA creators are letting us know about the wildfires. They're spreading awareness, different stories. And 175 million Americans use this app. That is over half of all the people that you represent in Congress. But because of their own personal selfishness, wanting to cash a check, wanting to cozy up to each other and climb the ladder, they couldn't care less what the people think about this. But hey, I'm glad your guys' stock portfolios are looking nice.
So that's the part to get me. These people voting for this thing, half of them are members. I just feel like a lot of this stuff now is going to, hey, people are in Congress and the senators and all that shit is siding with the people with the money. The Congress and senators don't even have no more control. I feel like their control is lost. These billionaires run this shit. When Elon came in and brought the presidency for like what 270 million or whatever that he contributed to Donald Trump winning, and that's still a debate with all this false stuff out there, and he's sending rockets up, whether half of them make it or not. I don't know if some cheaterism was going on, but we moved on. And I think a lot of times with the Democrats, it's don't gotten that. It's to that point now because Democrats try to take the high road. That's how we get screwed the hell over. At a certain point, we got to start speaking the truth. We can't just be sugarcoating shit, going along, trying to get a payday. We got to start speaking the truth. That's why I think that we are actually losing our country to these damn billionaires. It's almost like they running this shit now. Everything is catered to them. Trump going from ball to ball, just sucking up some shit. He don't give a damn. You know, and these congressmen, senators, they just fall in line.
So you're saying that what that guy is saying, he's saying that TikTok, they want to get rid of the top competition. And right. So I was listening to it earlier. So people who left TikTok went over to start an account on Red Note. I guess on the Red Note, they were saying that this has nothing to do with a security risk. Now, these are the Chinese people telling us this. It has nothing to do with the security risk. It has everything to do with money. And some of the Democrats that started the process of getting rid of TikTok, many of them are on the board. And am I translating it correctly?
Democrats and Republicans, a lot of them invest in Facebook Meta, right? Mm-hmm. So what's going on is that these people got stocks in these companies.
Okay.
They're backing these companies for their own wealth. They don't give a damn about the citizens. Your enjoyment, and then they'll find a reason when a billionaire come in and say, hey, you know what? That company's too much competition for me, or I want them. They try to ban them, try to find a way that they can please their billionaire club. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, the thing I have a problem with is we know tons of TikTokers. It's the form of social media, and they're just trying to make a living like we're trying to make a living, and it's going to lay off hundreds of thousands of people. And some of my friends have children, and that's how they take care of their household is TikTok. So
yeah, like I said,
I would feel the same way if they just came over and then they wanted to ban YouTube. That's how we make a living. And they're not giving a damn about us. It's about their bottom line, is what the agents are saying.
Let's keep it that way, right? I mean, because I doubt it's a China-ran company, TikTok. They ain't selling stocks to Americans. Now, these Americans got a lot of stock in Meta, Facebook, and these other companies. They got stocks in there. So it's almost like if they're going with wherever they got their money at, that they're going to the spot to whoever we can please.
Okay, let's say
Elon Musk, these kind of people. Go ahead.
Let's say it is being banned for financial jealousy, taking out the competition, basically. Let me say it, Emily. Let's say it's being banned because they want to take out the competition. They've tried like YouTube Shorts, and it just didn't work. I mean, I watch Shorts, but not as much as I like TikTok. So I'm thinking that because he came out and he was really praising Donald Trump, and he's supposed to be invited, the guy that owns TikTok, he's supposed to be invited to the inauguration. I have a feeling that Donald Trump is going to make some kind of deal with him that will benefit Donald Trump.
Right. Because a lot of times, like reading these articles and stuff, Trump benefited, campaigned on TikTok. All this stuff. Yeah. So these people have campaigned on TikTok, but now it's a security risk. How convenient, right?
Oh, so you're saying security doesn't have a damn thing to do with it. It's a money competition thing.
Right. And basically it coming down to this. They're fucking lying to us. And yeah, we know they don't tell us everything, but this kind of lying like this is bullshit. And TikTok might be back if they sell it or whatever, or if Trump can get some kind of deal out of China, it'll be back. So at that point, if he made a deal with them to keep it, was it ever a security risk? You see what I'm saying? Like he'll come up with some bullshit.
I see what you're saying. If they save it, it has nothing to do with security. It has everything to do with money and competition.
Right. Look at his cabinet. When you got 13 billionaires, Trump didn't have to pay for shit. We know he was in financial trouble. Right? Now, he's a president. And all these social media sites helped him get there, right? Because we're going to get into this thing of power of influence, right? Where social media and all these things influence a lot of things. But look at the billionaires that's rolling with Trump, Zuckerberg, Elon. Those are big ass platforms. So, and they're saying that, oh, but China, we can't let China have it because they can influence our people. Yeah, that could be it. Or you could be simply fucking lying and don't want Americans to know the truth.
I mean, it's complicated.
Go ahead.
It's complicated. It's like all of a sudden on the day before, all of these TikTokers are listening to Red Note and they are all challenging the government, saying you're a liar. It has nothing to do with security.
Right.
And they're coming out in groves. So this is new to me. I don't have a side yet. I gotta let it marinate because it just happened today. They were going crazy.
And if you thought about it this way, they said, they gathering information. They positioning themselves to influence America. Well, so is Shein, all these other companies, or the Red Note. Red Note, you got the Lemonade that people going to, right? Why ain't they banned them? because these American companies, like, well, say Facebook, Elon, don't feel like they're competition. It's almost like you picking the person that you mostly threatened by, to me. You understand what I'm saying, Sherelle?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's just this all happened in one day. This is a lot because up until today, I just thought it was a security risk because that's what I was told, and I believed it. And so this is brand new. This is all happening in one day.
Yeah.
But if I see your point, if they bring it back, then how come it's not a security risk now?
Right. So
how come it was a security risk before you made a deal? It was a security risk before you made a deal with Donald Trump. After you make a deal with Donald Trump, now it's not a security risk, is what they're saying, right?
With some shit. Oh yeah, well no, they promised us that they wouldn't do nothing illegal, which by the same time, they haven't proved that they use this information in any kind of wrong way at this point. They speculate. They could use it. Or maybe the United States just jealous because they don't want us to hear the truth. Like you got people in Russia, they don't allow that media stuff in because they don't want people to understand what's really going on. Because on that news site today, on Red Note or whatnot, they got people in there bringing medical bills, examining it, right? And now you say medical bills. If I was like, well, medical bills. They on there having discussions about how much we pay for shit over here and how much they pay in China. And they said 90% of the people in China own the place they live in. And we damn sure can't say that for the United States.
But they're communists.
Well, okay, we was taught, okay, now, look.
Unless you're telling me everything I learned about being a communist is wrong, too.
Okay, no, and I get it, right? Going through school, but have we been conditioned to believe the bullshit?
Well, it's because you don't know anything different. Like this was never on my plate before today.
Right. No, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I'm trying to figure it out. Because the shit this family, when I was doing the research on this thing, I'm starting to say, damn, have we been hoodwinked? You see what I'm saying? In a different kind of way. Now we know we ain't never been treated fairly. But damn, this takes it to a different level, right? So I'm still trying to decipher on how I feel about all this shit. Now we talking about it. And like I said, on this channel, let's grow together. Let's talk about this kind of shit. Because y'all might straighten me out and say, no, they're communist countries. They're lying to you. But if they work another deal out, he go, no, they promised not to do this. So you can trust them, but we can't. But it's a national security risk by this company outperforming and could be communicating, letting us know what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? So,
also, too, if it's true, so I have to decipher it because this was all laid on my lap just today. If it is true and it has nothing to do with being a national security risk to the country, and it has everything to do with money, that's a lot to deal with because that we could be lied to about a lot of stuff.
Okay, so it says communists and fascists are different
ideologies.
But they both love having control, suppressing and institutionalized and hoarding wealth. That's why Putin loved, Hungary. Okay, now, what's really going on? And maybe later, if we have time, maybe we'll bring some people up to talk about it. Because I need to know.
It's a lot.
I need to know what's going on because I'm starting to look at, one way, but I don't want to be hoodwinked and say, oh yeah, I want to be communist. Now, I ain't saying that because I know a lot of those countries are poor too. I do know that. So I'm not saying it, but the shit is making me think different ways when you see these billionaires regulating. And now it's that perfect spot to just buy all the shit they want to buy. And that's why I'm going back to, and they banking on us never uniting all the citizens because they can keep dividing us with the racism shit. Democrat, Republican. But we all got kids to feed, Democrat or Republican. We all need medical care, Democrat or Republican. So I don't know. You got something to say before I play this?
I was just saying, well, we learned all that from Red Note. They're the Chinese telling us this. Maybe the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
Right.
Maybe because I know if you're a communist country, you don't have any freedoms. You do the job they tell you to do.
Mhm.
You work when they tell you to work.
Well, that's what we was told, right?
Well, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know, but from my experiences traveling the world when I was in the military and all that stuff, it seemed that way to me too.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you just visually see shit,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe my mind could have been just programmed to think that way. So
I mean, I still, unless I see something else different, prefer to be a capitalist country versus a communist. Now, maybe, and our government has changed. Our government is corrupt, and this happened on a Democratic watch. So it wasn't even something you can blame on the Republicans.
But no.
The government's corrupt.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Now, I vote Democrat because it more leans to things that I,
social programs, yeah,
social programs and stuff that I like.
Mm-hmm.
But when I say all of them are corrupt,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I mean. Like that mayor of New York, Adams.
Oh,
To me,
wow.
I've been side-nodding him because he's been rolling a little foul, but I ain't really. I mean, that's just my gut feeling by watching them. I ain't really dug into it and pull up the facts, and I don't want to just tell you something without having something to prove it, right?
Mhm.
But I don't know what to believe, but I'm starting to believe this. These MFers are lying to us. Let's check out this video. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Enough with where are we going after TikTok closes down, because I think y'all are missing the point. Loud reminder here that over 10 years, we have never seen a more politically divided system than we have today. Left
Sherelle, you can stop me if you need to, okay?
Okay.
Versus right. But there's one thing over the past 10 years, one thing that both sides of the aisle have unanimously and quickly agreed upon: the banning of TikTok. They say it's because of national security, but we have many, many politicians on this app using it right now. They specifically said in their hearing on Friday that they were worried about young people growing up and then ending up in positions of power in the government with TikTok having their data. The last two presidents of the United States are on TikTok. They've been on this app for years campaigning. This is what it's really about. And they said this verbatim on Friday. Their main concern is that this app will cause Americans to rise up against leaders in our government. Let me say that again so it sinks in. They are scared that this app may finally cause the American people to begin to oppose their political leaders and take control of their own government. They're already seeing it happen and they need it to stop, okay? Not a coincidence that the ban goes into effect on January 19th, literally the day before power shifts in the White House. Not a coincidence that they packaged the TikTok ban with a bill that provided over $10 billion of foreign humanitarian aid to further incentivize members of Congress to vote for the banning of TikTok. Not a coincidence at all that they don't give a shit about Temu, an app that has over 70 million American users that collects way more data than TikTok does. It has way less safeguards currently in place from the Chinese government accessing that data. Not a coincidence that every major corporation in our entire country has been lobbying and paying off our government officials to vote for the banning of TikTok. Did we all just forget that 2 years ago Facebook paid GOP firm to malign TikTok and was boosting messages calling TikTok a threat to American children? It's no secret that Meta stands to make billions of dollars from this shutdown. And by the way, guess how many members of Congress and the House of Representatives personally own stock in Meta? Yeah, try all of them. By April of last year, Meta was one of the top 10 stocks that members of Congress and the House of Representatives were purchasing. Still think they're just banning TikTok because of China reasons? Zoom out.
So, and that's what I was saying to everybody. Look, Democrats, Republicans, you got crooked people no matter what. People looking out for them. And at the same time, they want to make the money and they want to keep us needing them to keep them in office and all these different kind of things. So that's what I'm starting to look at this shit a whole lot different. Sherelle, I'm going to start back playing. You got something to say?
Well, this is a lot. Yeah, let me keep thinking. Go ahead. It's a lot.
Yeah, no, he's not finished. I just stopped it.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and finish listening to him.
Down even further, TikTok is not just a danger to our political leaders, and it's not just Meta and Instagram, guys. TikTok is threatening every major corporation in America. It's messing with all of their money. Amazon's biggest competitor is TikTok by far. Netflix, streaming services are all competing with TikTok now. They're fighting for your entertainment hours. Every hour you spend on TikTok, you're not spending watching one of their shows. And the numbers prove that. Streaming has declined drastically over the last 5 years in the United States. Hollywood is absolutely screwed now. We've completely changed that industry. I mean, even look at how we interact with celebrities and movie stars now. We're totally disillusioned with all of it. We used to treat TV stars and movie personalities like they were figures to worship. Now we don't let them get away with anything. We just troll them all day on this app. Spotify, Apple Music, the entire music industry is completely flipped upside down on its head because of this app. Labels can no longer gatekeep and control what music we listen to. We get to choose ourselves. It has completely leveled the playing field for independent artists, and labels don't like that because now they can't make money off of our music. Every major news source has lost viewership. They're all laughing stocks now. Nobody watches the news unless they're over 65 years old. And don't even get me started on the biggest one of all, Big Food and Big Pharma. Remember all the protests we coordinated against Kellogg's and Heinz and how much money they lost because we all band together on this app? TikTok has allowed us to pull the veil away from the American people and realize how these big corporations are literally poisoning us and then trying to get us addicted to medication to solve the problem that they caused by poisoning us. I mean, do you really think Luigi would have made ripples the way that he did if it weren't for this app? Even gym culture has skyrocketed because of this app. People are taking better care of themselves. I saw an article recently that says Planet Fitness is starting to lose money because people are actually using the memberships they're paying for. The alcohol industry is in complete disarray. Wine is being consumed less. Hard alcohol is being consumed less. People are going to bars less, all because of this app. We're realizing how toxic and dangerous alcohol is to our society. That's the real threat. Every major political and economic power that has been built up over the last 150 years in this country to turn us all into livestock is being severely threatened by TikTok. But it's not just TikTok. It's America's ability to communicate with each other without interference. This entire fucking system only works for them if we cannot communicate with each other directly. That's why it doesn't matter what fucking app we go to next, guys. That's why Red Note or Neptune or going back to Instagram or YouTube Shorts, none of it matters. Unknowingly, this app created a revolution in this country and absolutely changed the way the American people communicate with each other, and that's what they want to get rid of. They want us all to go back to 2015. I just wish we were asking less, what app are we going to go to next, and asking more, how are we going to combat this blatant corruption in our government? Everyone is praying that once TikTok goes away, we'll just quietly shuffle over to another app that's controlled by the United States government and just go about our lives. And I don't know, based on what I'm seeing this week and how defeated we all are, I'm worried they may actually get what they're hoping for. If someone has a plan of action, please drop it in the comments, because I don't think it's enough for me to just download another app.
So, look, Sharrell, it's money based to me. Now, I'm sitting there listening to all these reasons on why they want to shut it down, and not enough reasons to how it's a security risk. If Temu, all these companies over there that got way more data and not controlled, they ain't trying to ban those companies. And not that I want them to ban Temu, because I know a lot of ladies and stuff like all that stuff.
me too, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever happens, Perry, it's out of the people's hands. We have no control in this.
Right. And then think about
unless we band together, but I don't see that happening.
It's out the people's hand, and who hand is it going to be in on Monday? Trump. And Trump don't give a damn about us. Trump is looking, he put his hand out and he wants somebody to give him something. That's why he's surrounded by these billionaires.
Right.
And he's nothing but their puppet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I'm sure Elon would love for TikTok to get closed down because he's got, what's the name of his app? The X. He's got X.
Right. And then he said even Amazon is hurting them. It's hurting. So you got Bezos and all these people going to be at his inauguration. Bezos,
Musk,
Zuckerberg, and Musk, right? And somebody asked, and they said, I wonder when he swear in if Elon going to hold the Bible. Probably. Probably. You know, what I'm saying is that shit is changing. And Elon said that it came out that he was interested in buying them. And then somebody, whoever owned TikTok said it wasn't true. But sometimes when negotiations going on, they don't tell you who, you know what I'm saying? Like, Elon probably won't it.
So
But
what's the deal with Elon? I mean, oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh yeah, I was gonna show you this. I mean, because O'Leary, what's that show Devin loves? But where people come on with inventions. I can't remember the name of the
Shark
show.
Tank.
Shark Tank, right? But he's offering $20 billion in cash to purchase it. But we know Elon got way more money than that. You know what I'm saying?
You think somehow Elon wants to be involved with TikTok, if not own it outright? It could be true, Perry. You picked a deep topic today. This is a lot.
Well, no, it just tripped me out because it's like, damn, okay. Because I see it's gonna hurt a lot of people. A lot of people make money off TikTok.
Yeah.
In the physical year 2023, TikTok brought in over 24 billion to our economy. But it's a security risk. But they haven't seen them doing anything with the information. But when they can go to Temu and all this stuff, why ain't you ban those? Or the red note, or this new thing called the limit head, which on a player thing, because that's what everybody's starting to go into in a little bit. Like trying to switch over. Because a lot of people saying, hey, I'm tired of United States lying to me. I don't give a damn what you do. You can get rid of TikTok, but I'm not going to just stay on American apps. I'm going to find me another China app to go to. That's how bad it is. So people are starting to stand up and say, hey, enough is enough. You see?
Shit is deep. Wow.
What's up, Mel? He said Elon and Trump touched the Bible. It would burn their head. Yeah, it will. But
I mean, they really are looking for some type of world dominance. That's obvious, you know? And Elon wants to be in charge of the most popular social media out there. He wants no competition.
None. So and then he's laying back in the cut right now because he don't got to say he want to buy it. If he get word that China might take the 20 billion, he's just gonna come in with 25 billion. You see what I'm saying? So he's trying to act like he don't give a damn.
Well, what about for our friends? Will they come up with something that they can still make a living without starting all over?
Yep. Americans really saying it.
Yeah, they're saying it.
Yeah, I mean,
today was crazy. If you were a blogger, today was crazy. You got everybody joining together. They're saying, go join, what's it called? Red Note. I went over there. Everything was written in Chinese. We had to do some steps to get it transferred over to English. And then I just said, I'm going to wait. I didn't open my account. I said, just let me wait until I feel comfortable. Did you open one yet?
No, because you said it was like in Mandarin or something like that.
Yeah, it was in Chinese or Mandarin, pardon me. It was in Mandarin and look, I don't know. I just like to take my time and make sure I understand everything.
Because I have trouble reading in English. I can't do no Mandarin. So that's what I'm going on. But no, I mean, it's sort of, to me, I think it's something worthwhile looking at. This is going to harm a lot of people. And I see this new president coming in, Trump coming back in office, is not looking to help nobody. He's looking to just pad his pockets. He don't give a damn about nobody.
So what are they shutting it down on Sunday, right?
Well, yeah, but then nobody don't know how, if you get up Sunday, if it's you can't access the app. Some people say it might take 30 days, a month or two to be totally gone. Nobody really knows. But then Trump saying that, he gonna work out some great things with China and all that. Like, hey, you let me build me another hotel for free over there, and I'll go ahead and bring TikTok back because you know how kind of criminal ass he is. So I don't know what's going on, but I just know it's gonna hurt people.
Yeah, financially.
I seen a little clip of Glorilla.
Glow.
The girl with the lipstick that pretty much take care of her family.
You're talking about with the green lipstick?
Yeah,
Glozell.
Okay, my bad. Yeah. On her, she saying, damn, I got a family to take care of. You know what I'm saying? And she used all these other things. If with TikTok, they make money. It's cheaper for small businesses. They got shops on TikTok that make money, that generate money.
Right,
So it's not
right.
just content creators, it's people that make money off of it, right?
Mhm.
So it's gonna hurt a lot of people. They
That-
make money off it, it's gonna hurt a lot of people. And they're saying that they can get it cheaper. Now, if somebody in the United States was to buy that platform, they ain't gonna pay as much, pay the content creators like TikTok pay them. They gonna charge more for you to advertise on them. So at the end of the day, it's still a double whammy for people, you know?
I mean, I empathize with my friends because I don't know what I would do if they shut down TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, YouTube and stuff like that. So I empathize with my friends. And while these government plays with our livelihood in their quest for more money, more problems. That's what they want. More money. It's a lot.
So ERBW says, Perry, do you think he would go through with the terrorists? No, I don't. I think all that was just smoke screens. You notice he ain't talking about Canada being the 51st state no more, or changing the Gulf to Gulf of America no more. Now it's all about his big celebration, which he had to bring it in because the weather is so cold right now, right? So he had to change the events to an inside, like indoor event.
Perry, that's a lie too. That's a lie.
What?
That he had to bring it in because the weather's cold. We lived in the DMV for years, and it would be cold when we would go out there. But the people come out to greet you.
Well,
right? He's not going to have those big crowds. And we're going to be saying, if you just won a re-election for president of the United States, how come this bitch is empty?
Yeah, no, I mean, you could be right. Like, I'm just saying that's what they're saying. And then, like, I seen some people, they showed some little clips of people, Republicans that don't travel, to come and see their savior, Trump, out there. They mad because now they feel like they done wasted their trip and all this.
Because he wasn't going to get those big crowds. When we lived in the DMV, when we lived in Virginia, and we went up to Barack Obama's thing, people were booking rooms way down in Richmond. Like, it was hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions. They were everywhere celebrating on the freeways, standing on the side, the people that couldn't make it all the way up there. I don't think nobody can tell me any different. Donald Trump cannot pull that kind of crowd, because it's my personal belief he cheated to get in there with the billionaires paying off stuff, and the common everyday person. It's more people that were in support of Kamala than it is Donald Trump. And he's really worried about stuff like that. Remember, he used to be worried about his crowds, who had the bigger crowd. So it is what it is. So did you hear Michelle Obama's not coming?
Yeah, she's not coming. Kid Rock came out and tried to say, oh, well, he's not a Democrat, but he performed that third thing. Okay, pat yourself on the back, Kid Rock. But she don't owe you a damn thing. She wasn't.
They're trying to play it off like it's no big deal, but that's a slap in the face when Michelle Obama doesn't come.
Right. So, but now they're trying to act like, oh, she's angry. No, she went about her fucking business. Because I didn't see you say shit, Kid Rock, when Trump didn't show up. When Trump didn't show up to Biden's inauguration, and he was the president. So Kid Rock, shut the fuck up, kick rocks. We don't worry about what a black woman doing. Please, nigga. Stop it. She don't owe you a damn thing. She don't, when a President Barack was in office, she don't did more than any fucking first lady. So don't even try that shit. She deserved to retire, live her fucking life.
Well, didn't you hear that Bush wasn't coming? Did you hear these rumors?
Now, at first I read it wrong. They were saying that Bush, Barack, and Clinton wasn't going to show up to his inauguration lunch. I guess they have a luncheon or something. They weren't going to go to that, but I haven't heard no word on going to the actual inauguration, because maybe they feel like they doing it for the country, not his silly ass. I don't know.
But they're not going to all the events. That's a slap in the face. He is such a liar. You can't believe it. It has nothing to do with the cold weather. Perry, we waited out in the cold 4 hours for Barack Obama. Freezing cold, like Virginia gets cold. I believe it was no snow on the ground that day, but it was cold. And people waited. We didn't care how cold it was. He's not going to get that type of crowd, and he knows it. He knows it. Weather has nothing to do with it. We stood out for Biden. All the presidents. You just go out there, and it's been cold for years because it happens every January. They're lying. He's not going to get those crowds.
Yeah. And then as long as he got the billionaires inside, he don't need MAGA and all his supporters no more now. So if y'all want to stand outside while we're in the heat, just do what you're going to do.
He's been lying to MAGA. They're so dumb, but they're going to find out. They're going to find out exactly who they voted for. If you are a poor to middle class white person, he's not for you. So you guys just got fooled. And then I'm going to sit back and watch them have buyer's remorse. And I'm going to say, but that's what you voted for.
Yeah, because I'm starting to get to the point. It's not even with Trump. It's not even black or white with him. It's either you're rich or you're poor. Now he used the black and white thing to use to come and divide all the citizens.
Yeah.
That way he can use his influence. You know what? They gonna come and take all the black jobs. You know, shit like that. But he real serious about this massive deportation shit. They talking about trying to start on his day one. You know,
well, he's been saying he's going to do it, so he's going to do it. And
at first, I was like, well, I think he's just talking, but he might not. Now I was wrong. I think he's gonna do it now with the tariffs. I think he's just talking that shit because when he going to deal with China and Putin, he just fall to his knees, being the little bitch that he is. Like the same thing with Elon Musk. He just folds over backwards, and he come back after getting off his knees, then come back and tell us how a wonderful job he did with his war stories. And he be fucking lying. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think, Perry? We've had all this trouble before he even got into office. Do you think it's going to be a crazy 4 years?
Yep.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, no, it's going to be crazy because a lot of people are going to be affected. Not, I mean, shit, I'm talking about, you know, on social media, you get paid once a month or whatever. All that shit going to be hurting people soon. And he getting away from social services and things like that to help people. And you notice that he's talking about all this other stuff, spaceships and Greenland. He ain't said shit about energy prices, home prices.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Price of eggs. He ain't said nothing about all that shit.
Right.
So I see it for what it is. And I got to admit, we about ready to go through some shit. Us and MAGA.
Yeah.
Now, me and MAGA might can get along if they stop the racism shit. But we all gonna go through the same shit. Some people gonna stay racist and they'll live in a damn tent and stay racist before they move into a condo with heat. You know?
I mean, he won the election according to him because of the economy, because food prices were high, and he's not gonna do a damn thing about any of that.
No,
you'll see. They'll see.
And then what had you heated today was fat ass Roseanne Barr.
I was so mad. I was so mad.
I mean, should I play a little bit and get everybody mad?
You can't.
I can't?
You'll get a copyright.
It's not a real song. I think it's a bullshit ass song, I think.
Don't play more than 20 seconds.
Okay.
It's 30 is the one, but try to go to 20, 25 and that's it.
Okay, let me see.
Trying to cancel me and say that I'm a racist. Got a mean hook, they can't get me with that jab. Trying to take away my right to go and say this.
I just leave it there. Now, set your ass down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm offended in multiple ways. If you like Trump, celebrate it. But why are you trying to emulate blacks? Why you do it?
I know.
I mean, if you want to try something, try a fucking diet. Right? Like, I am tired of people like this just coming with this bullshit. I'm tired of it. You know,
I mean, it's really weird. So they claim they don't like Black culture, the Proud Boys and all that. But everything in that video, they stole from Black culture. Maybe they were trying to make it a joke. Rap comes from Black culture. Braids come from Black culture. All the slang they were using, capping and all that came from Black culture. It's just a mess. It's just a mess.
Mel said she should try some breath mints. Yeah, something. But you know what it is though? Like, it's their stereotyping and they come up with this bullshit. Like, to me, I see when you make something like that, just come out the way you normally would have dressed. With your mama, like with grandmama dress on and doing whatever. But don't come out here and try to act Black and act like.
Were they mocking? Were they mocking Black people, or were they really trying to be mocking? You think they were mocking? Okay. Okay. Well, that's rude. Because this game is going bad. You can't play it.
No, that was it. No.
Okay.
Did you see her hair?
I did. She had on braids. So they were making fun of Black people?
Right.
Oh, that's just terrible. That is just terrible. Like Roseanne is just a fat slob. Oh, that's just terrible. And why do they pull it into politics? Like, well, I guess Trump did it when he started embracing the white supremacists, the Proud Boys, and inviting them to the White House. He invited them to the White House. They had dinner at Mar-a-Lago. This is just going to be a mess, people, and we got to stick together and try to hang in there the best way that we know how. But and I don't think I've ever heard of another president where the other presidents, the still living presidents, can't stand him.
That was Roseanne Barr. Somebody asked, was that Roseanne Barr? Yep, that's her.
Yeah, that's her. It was supposed to be a pro-Trump song, but I think they're mocking Black people. It was just
to please Trump. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that was terrible.
If people were looking out for shit to benefit themselves, they would want cheaper groceries, cheaper electric bills, and affordable homes. But they come with the bullshit that feed all this racism stuff. And I'm trying to just keep saying racism, but because a lot of people just think when you say racism, you're talking about somebody white. No, I'm just a racist. Because Blacks wouldn't be where they're at today if it wasn't for a lot of Caucasian people. The racist people didn't help, but a lot of white people did. So it's not like that. But it's just some bullshit to me. You get these
so offensive. I mean, I don't know what Roseanne was trying to do. You already made a fool of yourself last time, and now she's going to come out again and say she's not racist. But then look what you just did.
Right. And so this carries on from when I opened up this video. Maybe I should play this again because when I opened it up, I didn't have everybody in here. But it was Jasminecrocket. She was defending transgenders and trying to say, hey, stop trying to just play gaslight it, right? She was talking to Nancy Mace. And Nancy Mace basically said, shut up, ninja. We could take it outside. Now, she don't say the ninja part, but that's her tone. That's what the hell she meant. Should I play that again for people who just came in?
Ask them.
Do y'all, you guys want to hear that video of Jasminecrocket and Nancy Mace? It's two congressmen, one from Texas, and I don't know where Nancy's from. Yeah, somebody says yeah. Mel says yes. So I'm just going to play it.
Americans who are under attack right now. I would like to yield the rest of my time to the gentle lady who is carrying the amendment.
I don't even know how we got there because I tried to make it clear how many civil rights, it doesn't just boil down to one conversation, but I can see that somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or
Do
not
call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I'm 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
will.
am reclaiming my time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not in order.
Order.
Point of order.
Order. Chair recognizes Ms. Crockett.
No, point of order, Mr. Chairman.
State your point.
Is it allowed in the rules for a member to incite violence against another member? I mean, she said she wants to take it outside with.
Hey, I have the First Amendment right too,
And
young
so
man.
I'd like those words to be
I'm not
taken
gonna be a
down.
child.
I
I'm
am
not gonna
moving
be
to have
called a
those
child
words
by
taken
any
down.
of you.
I believe it's against the rules. to
Going
incite
outside doesn't
violence
incite
against
violence.
another
You have a
member of
conversation
Congress.
that isn't.
The committee will
interrupting this
suspend,
committee.
the member will state the words he wishes taken down.
Where she said that we can take it outside, which is direct violation against the rules, inciting violence against another member.
What rule? What rule? Cite the rules.
How does that incite violence?
Mr. Chairman, there are, if I might point out, Mr. Chairman, there are decorum rules in the House of Representatives.
The chair's going to make a rule. What the gentlelady said was, we can take this outside if you want. And
Okay, so
that could mean you could go outside and have a cup of coffee or perhaps a beer, or, I mean, we have
seriously
lots of conversations outside. So I'm going to rule that it was, just
that it's okay.
that it's okay.
All right, and then point of inquiry.
And remember, this is a slippery slope you're going down, because we have.
Oh, you're going
disagreements in
down the
this committee,
slippery
as you
slope.
know.
So just to be clear, in this committee, we can ask we can threaten violence on someone as long as
no,
at the
that's
end-
not-
excuse me.
I did not
as at
threaten
the end-
violence.
excuse
I
me,
threatened no
excuse me.
violence.
There was
I
no
threatened no violence.
There was no violence.
As long
no
as
violence.
at the
Don't
end.
create a
I
false
threatened
flag.
no
question.
violence.
That was
None.
another
You're
person.
making shit up as
It's
you
good
go
to know.
along. You
Good
might
to
want to
know.
figure this one out.
Order.
So y'all seen Boss Hogg sit his ass up there. Well, the lady said, maybe you can go outside, have a beer. Because we're racist in here, and I'm really having fun at this Klan rally, and I'm really letting you know. You better know your role, because you're going down a slippery slope. That's some bullshit.
And she also said you're making shit up. Like, who talks like that?
Yeah.
That's foul language. This is only the beginning. She's going to keep treating Jasmine like this. More people are going to treat Jasmine like this, because even though people use racism to divide people, it's a bunch of racists in his cabinet. A bunch of them.
Right. I mean, because the ones that's not racist can't keep their job as a congressman.
Right.
Now, they have went to that level. If you ain't far right and racist, your ass is out. And speaking of that, like, they took this one guy out because he was a Republican congressman and really vote 70% with him, 70 to 80%, they said. But they got mad because he said something about Trump not being president or something like that. They took him off his chair. Mike Johnson said it was for other reasons. See, Mike Johnson is just his puppet. So if I would look at Elon as a pimp, and then they got a rank structure, and Trump is like the queen hoe that regulates the lower ones, like Mike Johnson and all them, right? So basically, when that Gators got is full of shit, like, well, we letting you go, we taking your seat, and it was some kind of intelligent committee or something like that where they investigate and do like certain things. He's trying to fill those things because they don't want truth to come out about anything they've done in the past.
Yeah.
So it's a trip, and I feel like America is changing, but I see people are starting to, have enough and start maybe look at things differently. Go ahead.
Now that I'm talking to you, I don't think anything's going to happen to TikTok except maybe President Trump and Elon Musk will be two new board members, but they're not going to stop TikTok. He's just going to play let's make a deal.
And then see, he could play it that way, and then he's some kind of savior again. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you for saving TikTok. Shit like that. But my question is going to be, so it's no longer a security threat.
Right. That now talking to you, that it's not a security threat. They are doing this for money, not for security, period.
So do you think he will pardon January 6th insurrectionists For sure.
Beyond a
Probably
reasonable doubt.
by the end of next week. By the end of next week. And somebody else answered it for him too. Yes. But, you know, that's where we're at, people. And maybe something come up tomorrow. We can come on tomorrow. Because, like, lately, things been just popping out. So, shit, it might be some shit to talk about tomorrow. And we know it's some shit to talk about after Monday when that fool take the office.
I just wanted to say, I always liked Michelle Obama.
Mm-hmm.
I like her even more. Like, thank you for standing your ground and tired of dealing with the BS. And you're just not going to go.
Yeah.
I love her because she knows that Melania stole her speech, okay, and acted like she didn't and was appalled that someone even noticed that she stole the speech. She's just tired of the BS and she doesn't want to front anymore. I big up Michelle Obama because that would be my reaction. Like, Perry, you go. I don't care what you tell them. You go. I'm not looking at her anymore. I'm sick of both of them. And Barron too. I'm tired of the whole damn family.
Yeah, well, you're not the only one. We all respect Michelle. And it's a nice way to tell he can know where he can shove it. Because he can kiss everybody's ass. Trump is wanting everybody to bend down. And I'm sort of disappointed in Snoop Dogg and Nelly.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
If Olsen was there, they said they're doing it, but I'd be a little disappointed.
But Snoop Dogg just had an entirely different speech. So it's got to be a reason why he's doing it. Maybe it's the money. Maybe they made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Maybe they let him slide on some business deal, something like that. We don't know why he's doing it, but it's not a good look. I'll tell you that.
Right. You know, he ain't my biggest problem. I'm just disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm disappointed that everybody who sat home didn't vote. Disappointed in all the people who voted for Trump. Just disappointed because the time is almost here where we got to pay the price for them sitting at home or people casting a vote for Trump on November 5th. We're going to have to pay the price for it.
I mean,
so we got to stay strong and have these weekly meetings, daily meetings, or whatever.
It's worse than I thought. I thought we would just have to deal with Trump. Now we have a new maniac in town, and that's Elon Musk.
Yeah. And they about ready to show their ass. Now,
oh, look how pretty she is.
I don't know. I don't know who gonna pay the price tomorrow. Like, Elon got to be getting on his nerve. I get it.
He has to be getting on his nerve.
Is he gonna fall out with him first or one of them other billionaires when they don't get those tax cuts?
He's not falling out with Elon Musk. He owes Elon Musk too much money. He is not falling out. So wherever Trump goes, Elon will be there, even if Melania is gone. Like, that's the real couple, Elon and Trump. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. And Melania, she don't mind whatsoever. She at the other house, miles and miles and miles away, doing her nails. She don't even want to see the fat slob. Let's keep it real.
The divorce is going to happen right after he leaves office. If he leaves office, and people think
go ahead. I think she's smart enough to stay in for a long haul. If you know what I mean.
Let's take some comments.
Yeah. Let me see. She could be your daughter, Sharrell. Oh, she's talking about, the young lady.
She's real pretty, yeah.
Love, let me see. Okay, I don't see a question yet.
Read the comments.
I'm not shocked about Snoop. He sold us out a long time ago. Damn.
You mean when he started hanging with Martha Stewart? I don't know.
President Elon Musk, yeah. And somebody called him the Musk rat. Steve Bannon is going to remove Elon for Trump. Steve Bannon is one of those guys that I would say that got used by Trump that he just used him to get the what's that little group, the Proud Boys, in order for him.
Mhm.
But Bannon ain't got Elon kind of money. She can't stand him. Melania, I'm sure she can't. I mean, it's bad when you say, hey, the hell with it. Just going out there and cheat. I stay at this house and you stay at the other one. President Elon and First Lady Trump. Yeah. Let's see. I'm standing with Michelle. I'm not watching.
Just watching. I'm not gonna watch. Listen, that inauguration is not going to be popular. Not nowhere near as popular as it was when Barack was president. Even Biden. That's why they're bringing it inside. You know, they lie about everything. Every time they tell us something, we have to go find the real story. And don't believe a word President Trump or Elon Musk say. They are natural born liars. They're not going to have the crowd that the other presidents had. Because you people stand on the side of the street and then they walk down in the parade from the, what's it called, barricade, you know, with the lights and all that. And then they get out the car and they address the people. You mean to tell me it wasn't cold when Barack walked outside of his bulletproof car for at least 4 miles, greeting and waving the people. And it was cold as hell. And I know because I was there, it was cold. He's lying. He's not going to have the crowd that's expected of a person that just got elected. I still go back to this. I know everybody tells me, Sharrell, get over it. I still think he cheated. I don't know what he did. I think he worked with Elon Musk and Vladimir Putin. I think he cheated. That's what I think. And he sure acts like a cheater too, because they already won, right? They won, but they act like that they didn't. If I say anything about Trump, oh, yeah, they like pounce. It's like you won. Relax. Or did you cheat?
Okay, somebody said, did you see Jimmy Kimmel said that Trump called the police on him for dragging Trump? What? That got to be a joke. But his ego is so big, I could see him trying to do something. Because Trump thinks he can control everybody with his lying ass.
And the whole thing is weird. What is what's his name? Snoop Dogg gonna sing gin and juice to a room full of elderly white people? What? It just what Nelly's gonna sing is getting hot in there with a whole bunch of 60 plus. Oh, this is Republicans. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. It's a joke.
You know how he do that little crazy bullshit. He should get the Village People to perform. That's the only song he like to dance to. His freaky ass. Trump and Elon. And I keep forgetting the vice president name.
JD Vance.
I know.
JD Vance.
But it's easy to forget because we never see him. But people, look, I want to say thank you guys for coming in, popping in. Hope everybody have a nice weekend. We got a holiday on Monday, and we also got the day we hate. Him swearing in. But we're going to have some shit to talk about. Now, today conversation, please let me know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Is America the way we once know it gone? Has the rich finally came, I think it's like 3 people with X amount of $1 billion. Have they got together and finally found the formula to buy United States? Because that's pretty much where we at. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about Michelle standing up and saying F them. She ain't going. I'm proud of her. Let me know about Biden releasing 2,500 people, nonviolent drug dealers. I mean, with drug offenses. You know, they got more time than the people from Beverly Hills for their cocoa. But let me know what you guys think about all of it. And until then, everybody have a nice weekend. And we out of here. You
Bye,
good, Sharrell?
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.